everyone, from the Tabernacle of David Prophetic Dance Center in Jerusalem. I want to encourage you today to continue running towards the upward call. And we all know, as lovers of God, we will always have an enemy, right? But we don't focus on him. We focus on the goodness and the greatness of God. And we all know that the adversary, the enemy of our soul, is trying to wear us down. And some have more suffering than others. And the goal of the enemy is to try to tire us out so that eventually we will give up. But we ought not do that, because we have a race to run, and sometimes we have to come alongside one another and help hold up our friends' arms. And let's do that when we need to, and they will do that for us. Let's remember, there's a scripture, I believe it's in Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, maybe verses 10 to 12. It says, "No temptation it has seized you except what is common to man, but God is faithful, and he will always provide a way out under it." And there can be the temptation to give up. And so the scripture that we must submit every thought, take every thought captive to Yeshua the Messiah, is really critical in these days, because the spiritual warfare has certainly been turned up. But God, we know the enemy's real. But let's keep adoring and worshiping God, because in his presence is where he says in his word that he inhabits the praises of his people. My thoughts go so fast I can't get my words to keep up. And so we know that's a great weapon of warfare, because when we release the glory of God and we're in his presence, no enemy can stand. So let's remember we were made for worship, and let's do what we were created to do, and God will be God in our lives. God bless you from the city of rejoicing, Yerushalayim.